Hello, my name is Natasha Taylor, and today I'm going to be showing you one of the many ways to use two-color counters in your math class. First of all, we need to make the students familiar with the two-colored counters. One side of the two-color counter will be one color, and the other side will be another color. Usually they are red on one side and either yellow or white on the other side. The important thing is that you have a darker color on one side and a lighter color on the other side so that you can distinguish the two different sides. Today I'm going to be focusing on showing you how to add and subtract with the two-color counters. There are also many other things that you can do with these. You can show counting, probability, fractions, ratios, and many other topics. But as I said, we're going to be focusing on adding and subtracting in first grade. First of all, we are going to start with 3 counters. So you would just simply model 3 chips and show the students that you have 3 chips. And then we're going to add 4 more chips to our 3 chips. And you would just add 4 more. It's a good idea that when you're starting out to use one color with one color chip for the number that you start with, and use the other side, which is the other color, for the number that you're adding or subtracting. So we started out with the 3 chips and then we added the 4 chips. So you would just tell your students that to get your total or to get your sum, you would simply count all your chips. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this problem with this model's 3 plus 4 equals 7. Now to model a subtraction problem, there are a couple of ways of doing this. We are going to start with 10 chips. Since we are starting with 10, we're going to have them all on the same color. And we are going to subtract 3 chips from the 10. So one way to do this would simply be to take away 3 chips and have your students to count the number of chips that you have left. But the other way of doing this would be to take the chip and with the other side facing up and cover the amount of chips that you're going to subtract. So we started with 10 and we're going to cover 3 of them with the yellow so that the yellow shows. This models that we are subtracting 3, and then the students would simply count the red chips. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this demonstrates 10 minus 3 equals 7. Once your students feel comfortable with and confident with using these manipulatives, you can move on to more difficult or more challenging problems with either bigger numbers or more numbers. So we are going to start with we're going to give the students a story problem, and they're going to use the chips to model the problem. So here's our problem. Jenny has 3 peas and Forrest gives her 6 more. How many peas does Jenny have? So Jenny has 3 to begin with, so we're going to start with 3 chips. And then Forrest gives her 6 more, which means we're going to add 6 more. 3, 4, 5, 6. And then how many peas does Jenny have? So we would simply count all of our chips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So Jenny has 9 peas. So that's another way of showing with subtraction using the story problems. And you can also do addition and subtraction with the story problems. And if your students think that they really have this under their belt and you would like to challenge them, you can give them a super problem where you model each step. So we are going to model a super problem. First I'm going to read the super problem and then we're going to model it step by step. Allison bought 3 roses for her mother for Mother's Day. Her brother bought 10 roses. Her sister got 5 flowers for Mother's Day. One of Allison's flowers died, 2 of her sister's flowers died, and 3 of her brother's flowers died. This gives them a total of how many flowers? So this is a super problem that we're going to solve step by step using our chips. So Allison bought 3 roses, so we count out 3 chips to represent the 3 roses that we start with. And then it says her brother bought 10 roses, so we're going to add 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now at this point we could have the students to add these up, but we are not finished with our problem yet, so we are going to keep going. Her sister got 5 flowers, so we have 5 more flowers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm using the 2 different colors to represent each new part or each new add-in to the problem, but you can use all the same color if you really wanted to, but I'm doing this to show the different steps of the problem. Okay, so now we're going to start subtracting. It says one of Allison's flowers died, so we could either take one away, or put the other color on top. And since we've used both of the colors, it would get really confusing, so we're going to take them out of the problem. And Allison's sister, of her flowers, 2 died, so we take 2 more away. And then 3 of her brother's flowers died, so we take 3 of those away. And how many flowers are left? So to get the total, or the sum of this super problem, we would just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So they ended up with having 12 flowers, which you can go in and explain is a dozen roses. These have just been a few problems to show you how to use the 2 color counters, and there are many other ways that you can utilize these in your classroom, and these are great to have in any math classroom as a manipulative for any grade level, because it really gives the students hands-on experience and meaningful experience, because it makes them more capable of understanding, and they're more likely to remember when they actually get to use hands-on materials for this adding and subtracting activity. Thank you.